What if the universe is not made of particles, but of vibrating strings? What if reality, space, and even gravity itself are just illusions, holograms projected from a deeper dimension? These are not questions from science fiction. They come from the most ambitious and mysterious idea in modern physics, string theory. And at the heart of this theory is a man many consider the greatest physicist since Einstein, Juan Maldacena. Born in Argentina in 1968, Maldacena wasn't a child prodigy in the traditional sense. But he had an unusual gift, the ability to see connections where others saw only complexity. By the time he was in his 20s, he was reshaping the foundations of theoretical physics. His 1997 paper, proposing what is now known as the AIDES-CFT correspondence, became an instant landmark. In just a few pages, Maldacena bridged two of the most powerful theories in physics, quantum field theory and general relativity, something Einstein himself had struggled with until the end of his life. To understand what Maldacena did, we have to take a detour into string theory. String theory proposes that the fundamental building blocks of the universe are not particles, but tiny, one-dimensional strings. These strings vibrate at different frequencies to produce all known particles, electrons, quarks, even gravity itself. But for the math to work, the theory requires extra dimensions, 10 or even 11, far beyond our everyday experience. This is where things get strange. Because to test a theory with extra dimensions, we need tools we don't have. Black holes, quantum fields, infinite curvatures. These are not things we can probe in a lab. The challenge for physicists has always been, how do you test something so abstract? And this is where Maldacena changed everything. He proposed that two completely different descriptions of the universe, one with gravity, one without, could be mathematically equivalent. That a universe with gravity inside a volume of space, called anti-de Sitter space, could be exactly described by a quantum field theory on the boundary of that space, a theory with no gravity at all. In essence, he showed that gravity and quantum mechanics, long thought to be incompatible, could be two sides of the same coin. This idea is called the holographic principle. It suggests that our 3D reality might be a projection of 2D information encoded on a distant boundary. It's as if the universe is a hologram, and what we experience as space, time, and matter is just a shadow of a deeper, more fundamental reality. Maldacena's paper didn't just make waves, it created a tsunami. Within months, physicists around the world were diving into this new correspondence, using it to explore black holes, quantum entanglement, thermodynamics, and even the origins of the universe. Stephen Hawking called it the biggest breakthrough in theoretical physics in decades. But Maldacena didn't stop there. He's continued to refine and extend the idea, exploring how space-time itself might emerge from quantum information. He's a quiet revolutionary, soft-spoken, humble, and deeply curious. While others chase fame or controversy, Maldacena lets the equations speak for themselves. His work suggests something truly profound, that space and time might not be fundamental at all, that the geometry of the universe could arise from deeper patterns of quantum entanglement. In this view, space-time is not the stage, but the illusion, the byproduct of relationships between quantum bits of information. Think about that. The fabric of the cosmos, everything we touch, see, and experience, may not be real in the way we think. It may be the emergent result of invisible, information-based processes that operate outside of space and time. In this model, black holes become not just mysteries, but laboratories, places where quantum mechanics and gravity collide, revealing the hidden architecture of reality. Maldacena's ideas have breathed new life into string theory, a field once criticized for being too speculative. Thanks to the AIDES-CFT correspondence, string theory gained a powerful new tool, not just to explore exotic physics, but to understand the universe we actually live in. From the inside of black holes to the earliest moments after the Big Bang, the correspondence offers a map, one drawn in higher dimensions but rooted in testable mathematics. And perhaps the most incredible part, Maldacena's holographic principle isn't just a mathematical trick. Increasingly, physicists believe it could be the key to understanding why the universe works the way it does, why gravity is so weak, why information can't be destroyed, why spacetime has the shape it has. We've come a long way from Einstein's dream of a unified theory. And yet, thanks to Maldacena, we may be closer than ever to realizing it. A single, elegant framework that includes gravity, quantum mechanics, and perhaps even consciousness itself. But as always in science, new answers bring new questions. And the more we understand the code of the cosmos, the more we begin to wonder who or what wrote it. Juan Maldacena may never become a household name, but in the world of physics, he already stands among the giants. And if his ideas are right, then we are living not in the solid, fixed universe we thought we knew, but in a holographic symphony of vibrating strings and invisible dimensions. A universe far stranger and more beautiful than we ever imagined. To appreciate the depth of Maldacena's revolution, we need to explore the two worlds he unified: general relativity and quantum field theory. These are the twin pillars of modern physics, and yet, for nearly a century, they've refused to get along. Einstein's general relativity describes gravity as the curvature of space-time caused by mass and energy. It's smooth, deterministic, and geometric. It explains the orbits of planets, the bending of light, the expansion of the universe, and the formation of black holes. But it breaks down at the tiniest scales, inside black holes, or at the origin of the universe, where quantum effects become dominant. Quantum field theory, on the other hand, governs the microscopic realm. It describes particles as excitations of underlying fields. It's probabilistic, fuzzy, and governed by uncertainty. Quantum theory explains atoms, lasers, semiconductors, and the entire standard model of particle physics. But it doesn't include gravity, and when you try to plug gravity into quantum equations, the math explodes into infinities. This mismatch has haunted physicists for generations. Attempts to merge the two, like quantum gravity or string theory, are notoriously complex. But Maldacena's ADAS-CFT correspondence offered a backdoor. Instead of forcing gravity and quantum mechanics into the same box, he proposed that they are dual descriptions of the same thing. The idea came from string theory, where certain geometries, like anti-de Sitter space, ADS, naturally appear. These are curved universes with negative curvature, unlike our own, which is flat or slightly positive. On the boundary of this ADS space, Maldacena proposed, lives a conformal field theory, CFT, a kind of quantum theory without gravity. What he found was stunning. Every phenomenon inside the ADS space, including gravity, could be mapped to events in the CFT on the boundary. Black holes in the bulk corresponded to thermal states in the boundary theory. The warping of spacetime mirrored the entanglement of quantum fields. In short, spacetime geometry and quantum information were two sides of the same coin. This was more than a breakthrough. It was a blueprint, a dictionary that translated between two languages of physics, revealing that one was just a holographic projection of the other. This concept, now known as holographic duality, changed everything. Suddenly, theorists could use the well-understood tools of quantum field theory to explore gravity, and vice versa. It opened a new way to study black holes, early universe cosmology, even condensed matter systems. The boundaries between subfields of physics began to blur, all connected through the holographic principle. Even more provocatively, the correspondence suggested that space-time might not be fundamental. If gravity and space emerge from quantum entanglement patterns, then the fabric of the universe is woven not from atoms, but from information. This insight resonates deeply with ideas from black hole thermodynamics. In the 1970s, physicists like Jacob Bekenstein and Stephen Hawking discovered that black holes have entropy, a measure of information, and temperature. This led to the holographic bound, the idea that the information content of a region of space is proportional not to its volume, but to its surface area. Maldacena's work gave this idea a concrete framework. In fact, the black hole information paradox, Hawking's long-standing puzzle about whether information is destroyed in black holes, has been tackled using ADS-CFT. The duality implies that because information is preserved in the boundary quantum theory, it must also be preserved in the bulk, even when a black hole evaporates. This offers a powerful argument that quantum gravity is unitary, meaning that information is never truly lost. But Maldacena's influence goes even further. In recent years, his ideas have been extended into new frontiers, like the connection between space-time and quantum entanglement. One famous proposal, ERTPR, put forward by Maldacena and Leonard Susskind, suggests that entangled particles, EPR pairs, are connected by microscopic wormholes, Einstein-Rosen bridges. If true, this could mean that space-time itself arises from networks of entanglement. In this vision, the universe is like a quantum web. Space is just the illusion created by highly entangled states. Time might be emergent too, an ordering of events derived from correlations in the quantum state. What we perceive as reality is a holographic projection of this deeper, entangled structure. These aren't just philosophical musings, they are grounded in mathematics. Maldacena's equations provide a sandbox where these ideas can be tested, refined, and applied. And though the ADS-CFT correspondence doesn't yet describe our universe exactly, because our cosmos isn't ADS, it offers a crucial proof of principle, that gravity and quantum mechanics can be unified in a coherent, testable way. For physicists, this is like finding a trailhead to the theory of everything, a path that might finally reconcile Einstein's dream with the quantum revolution. And leading the way is Maldacena, quietly, relentlessly, and with astonishing clarity. Despite the complexity of his work, Maldacena remains remarkably down to earth. He avoids the spotlight, prefers collaboration to fame, and is known for his kindness and humility. In interviews, he speaks softly, almost shyly, but his ideas carry enormous weight. In a world obsessed with charisma and spectacle, Maldacena reminds us that true genius often whispers. His office at the Institute for Advanced Study, once occupied by Einstein himself, is filled not with awards or press clippings, but with blackboards and books. For Maldacena, the equations are the message. The universe is the mystery. And the goal is not recognition, but understanding. And maybe that's what makes him the spiritual heir to Einstein. Not just his brilliance, but his curiosity, his refusal to accept easy answers, his willingness to ask the hardest questions and follow them wherever they lead. Questions like, what is space? What is time? What is the origin of the laws of physics themselves? And above all, can we find the deep unity behind everything? The implications of Juan Maldacena's work don't stop at black holes or string theory. They ripple outward, challenging our very notion of what reality is. If space and time are emergent properties, products of deeper quantum structures, then everything we experience as real might be a kind of projection, a shadow of something more fundamental. This concept, once confined to philosophical speculation or science fiction, is now being rigorously studied in theoretical physics, and much of it traces back to Maldacena's ADS-CFT correspondence. His work gave scientists the tools to start connecting the dots between gravity, quantum information, thermodynamics, and geometry, all seemingly different domains that under this framework might be deeply interwoven. One of the most fascinating directions this has taken is in the study of entanglement and its role in building space-time. According to this view, the structure of space-time itself might be dictated by how particles are entangled across a system. Imagine space-time as a vast network, like a spiderweb, where every thread of entanglement helps hold the shape of the cosmos together. Some researchers even propose that cutting these quantum threads would unravel the fabric of space. In other words, destroy the entanglement and space itself could vanish. This radical idea turns our understanding of physics inside out. Instead of particles moving through space, it suggests that space is a byproduct of their quantum relationships. You don't move through space. Space moves through your entanglement. This new paradigm is being explored using advanced computational models and tensor networks, mathematical tools that map out how entanglement builds up complex systems. And again, the groundwork for these ideas owes a huge debt to Maldacena's insights. But beyond the equations lies a deeper philosophical tension. If reality is emergent, then what is ultimately real? If space-time, gravity, and even matter arise from some underlying informational structure, is the universe itself a kind of computation? A simulation? A code? It's no surprise that Maldacena's work has influenced fields far beyond physics. Philosophers, computer scientists, and even AI researchers are drawn to the holographic model because it touches on fundamental questions about perception, consciousness, and existence. Some draw parallels between quantum entanglement and the structure of neural networks, or between holographic encoding and how the brain might process information. Of course, Maldacena is cautious. He doesn't chase media headlines or speculative hype. He focuses on what can be demonstrated, derived, or proven. And yet, even he acknowledges that we are only beginning to glimpse the deeper architecture of reality. In recent years, the IDS/CFT correspondence has been applied in unexpected ways, from modeling high-temperature superconductors to understanding fluid dynamics. The duality acts like a Rosetta Stone for physics, translating intractable problems in one domain into solvable ones in another. It allows researchers to simulate aspects of quantum gravity using relatively well-understood field theories. This versatility is why many physicists believe ADS-CFT, or some generalized version of it, will be part of whatever final theory unites quantum mechanics and gravity. It may not be the final answer, but it has shown that answers are possible. And Maldacena isn't stopping. He continues to publish groundbreaking papers, collaborate with leading minds, and quietly shape the trajectory of theoretical physics. His recent work has delved into quantum chaos, wormholes, and the deep structure of information in black holes. One of his latest contributions explores how tiny wormholes, quantum bridges between regions of space-time, might explain how information escapes from black holes, resolving long-standing paradoxes in physics. These aren't fringe ideas. They're at the core of how physicists today understand the universe. And Maldacena is almost always at the center of them. Yet, outside the halls of academia, he remains relatively unknown. Unlike figures such as Stephen Hawking or Neil deGrasse Tyson, he doesn't appear on TV shows, give TED Talks, or write popular books. But in scientific circles, his influence is enormous. If you ask physicists who they admire most, whose work is the most promising, the most elegant, the most likely to shape the future, Maldacena's name comes up again and again. That might be the truest measure of his legacy. Not headlines or fame, but impact. The quiet, unstoppable ripple of paradigm-shifting ideas. Because just like Einstein's theory of relativity reshaped the 20th century, Maldacena's work on holography is reshaping the 21st. Not just in how we calculate or predict, but in how we imagine the cosmos itself. Maybe in the decades to come, his ideas will lead to a full quantum theory of gravity. Maybe they'll help us build quantum computers that model black holes. Or maybe they'll change how we think about reality at the deepest level, from a material world to a web of relationships, from space to information. In any case, Maldacena has already earned his place in history, not as a celebrity, but as a builder, a quiet architect of the next great revolution in physics. And just like Einstein before him, he reminds us that the universe is still full of mystery, still waiting to be understood, still richer and stranger than we ever imagined.